Look, Scarlet, I got something to tell you. I'll be going on a business trip next week, and I expect you to stay put at home and handle the house, got it?
Oh, wow. That's quite sudden. Is it some kind of a work emergency that's causing the trip?
Not really. This business trip was actually planned a month ago, but I totally spaced out and forgot to fill you in. My bad, sorry about that.
Well, that's a bummer, because I was just about to suggest spending more time together next week. You know, catching a movie or doing something fun. But hey, I get it. Work can be crazy busy for you. No worries, we'll make it up for another time.
Glad you understand.
Hey, with your job keeping you so busy, I think it'd be a good idea to dial back on the phone usage outside of work hours. It'll give you some much needed downtime and allow us to connect more.
What do you mean?
I'm just looking out for you, dear. Lately, I've noticed you're glued to your phone, hardly giving any attention to me or our family. It seems like you're always texting or doing something on it, even during dinner, showers, or before bed. It's got me worried, honestly. I miss our quality time together. Let's try find a balance, okay?
Hold on a second. Are you seriously getting jealous over a phone? Seriously? Haha, don't you understand how demanding my job is? I need to constantly communicate with clients on the phone. It's a crucial part of my work. Get off my case.
Seriously? Are your clients so dedicated that they stay up until 1 in the morning just to chat about business? What kind of clients do you even have? Sounds a bit fishy to me, don't you think?
Well, you see, they're actually foreigners. Yeah, that's the deal. I have to burn the midnight oil because it's the only time we can have a conversation due to the pesky time zone difference and all. It's the most convenient window for them, so I gotta make it work. Trust me, it's not by choice.
But this has never happened before. It's not like you suddenly got promoted to some high-ranking position or anything. So, why the sudden change in your phone habits? Something doesn't add up here.
It's because my workload has been skyrocketing and my company has secured more contracts from overseas businesses. Sometimes I wish you could use that brain of yours and actually be more considerate for once. Instead of nagging me with your demands, you should be concerned and take care of me since I'm swamped with work. Your bossy attitude is beyond irritating. Seriously, it gets on my last nerve.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be in the loop because you never fill me in on anything. You should have mentioned that using the phone after hours is part of your job. Still, I don't think it's healthy for you to be on the phone so much every day. I understand work is important, but finding a balance between work and personal life is crucial.
Wow, you can be such a pain sometimes. I work my butt off and all I get in return is a lecture from you? Seriously?
Why would you say something like that? It really hurts me, you know? I hope you realize that I'm worried about you. I just don't want you to burn yourself out. Honestly, I can't even remember the last time we had some real quality time together.
Since when did you become so annoying, Scarlet? You're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, prying into my personal life. Don't forget your primary role as a wife is to keep the house clean and take care of me. Just focus on being a good wife, alright? That's all I need from you. Scarlet, are you there? Can we talk for a bit?
Hey, Logan? I noticed you haven't been in touch lately. What's going on? Remember you told me not to bother you unless it's something important, so I respected that. But it's been a while since I heard from you and it got me a bit worried. Can you please fill me in on what's happening? I just want to make sure everything's okay.
Oh wait, did I really say that? Well, I guess you could say something did happen. That's precisely why I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, really? Are you alright? I hope it isn't something serious.
Yeah, I'm totally fine. It's not like something bad happened. Don't be too concerned. I've got everything under control.
Oh, okay. I see. That's good to hear. Well then, what happened?
Well, it may not be something bad for me, but I think it's not so great for you.
Huh? What is it?
Well, there's no point in sugarcoating it, so I'll just be straight with you. I happened to meet this amazing woman about 2 weeks ago. As we spent more time together, we grew closer. And let me tell you, she's stunning. I mean, way more attractive than you could ever hope to be. Honestly, you're like a joke compared to her.
What are you talking about? I don't get it.
What don't you get? It's exactly like I said. I've always hated how dull you are. It's not that hard to understand. You seriously need to get your brain checked or something. because clearly it's not functioning correctly.
I'm sorry, it's not registering with me. Maybe I need some time to adjust myself to this new reality.
And there's another thing I despise about you. You're always quick to apologize. Well, truth be told, it's not even that terrible. You're such a doormat, I can practically walk all over you and get away with anything I want. Wow, with a personality like yours, you're better suited to be my maid than my wife.
Do you really think I'm a pushover? I can't believe this is how you feel about me all this time.
You're older than me, and yet your mind is embarrassingly feeble. Seriously, don't you have any sense of dignity or self-respect for someone your age? Just the sight of you makes me want to vomit. Living with you has been absolute torture. I can't stand it anymore.
Hey, I do have dignity, okay? Please don't say stuff like that. If you didn't like me, you should have been upfront about it before we even got married.
Ha, that's not the least bit convincing. You know, every guy dreams of being with an older woman when they grow up. The idea of having a mature lady is just so cool and exciting. But I guess I never had someone like you in mind, haha. Talk about disappointment. I want a refund for this mess.
Are you trying to say that you're unsatisfied with me? Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Bingo! Well, to be honest, I've always been more into younger girls. You used to look way younger than your actual age, but that was ages ago, obviously. When I found out how old you really were, I couldn't believe it. I didn't say anything at the time, but deep down, I wanted to sprint in the opposite direction as far as possible. You completely deceived me, and it's not something I can just overlook.
I didn't deceive you. What are you talking about? It's not like I forced you to marry me or anything.
If only you had been honest about your real age from the beginning, things would have been different. I wouldn't have even considered marrying you in the first place. You knew exactly what you were doing playing that age game. I bet if we had broken up back then, you would have became all clingy and desperate. I didn't need that kind of drama in my life. But at that time, I still had a sliver of hope left for your appearance. So I stupidly ended up marrying you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but I was wrong. You always bring such about a dull atmosphere. It's like a rain cloud is constantly following you and getting other people wet when they're around you. And just when I started thinking about that, I met Valentina while I was here for work. How lucky was that? The more we talked, the more she showed interest in me romantically.
So, her name is Valentina? The woman you've been cheating on me with?
Yeah, she's young and drop dead gorgeous. She's everything I've ever wanted. The reason I haven't bothered contacting you is simple. I find spending my precious time with her far more valuable than wasting it on you. I made the conscious choice to pick her over you, knowing full well that you're just going to deteriorate from here on out. It's a no-brainer, really.
Did you really cheat on me? Just admit it, Logan.
Let me set things straight for you. It's not cheating if I'm truly devoted to her. I'm head over heels in love with Valentina. Unlike you, who's nothing more than a fading flower, with each passing minute, she lights up any room she enters. It looks like I should have stuck to my gut and found a younger wife after all. It's becoming clear that having a younger woman is my basic requirement for marriage. You're just another reminder of how time takes its toll on people, while I seek vitality and beauty in someone else's arms.
I see. So that's how it is.
Oh, by the way, I thought you should know that I already signed those divorce papers and dropped them in the mail the other day. They should be landing in your lap soon enough. And here's some more delightful news for you. I want you to pack up your stuff and get the hell out. After all, the mortgage is under my name, so it's only fair. Once you're out of the picture, I'm gonna sell that house and find a new place to shack up my precious Valentina. She deserves a fresh start without any remnants of you lingering around. Consider it an upgrade for both of us.
Is that all you want to tell me?
Oh, look at that! You're trying to grow a spine, huh? Took you long enough. Especially now that you're an old woman. Guess it's the only ounce of spunk you've got left, haha. But here's the reality check. It's too late for you. Your feeble attempts to assert yourself won't make a difference. So do us both a favor and shut your mouth. Just keep obeying me like you always have. After all, that's what you're good at, right? Being a submissive puppet while I call the shots. Time to face the harsh truth. You've lost your worth, and I'm moving on to better things.
No, I can't. I won't do that.
Oh, is that so? Whatever. Do what you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm being pretty generous, so I'll let you explain your reason.
Reason? Why do you need it? Isn't it obvious?
What do you mean? I don't get it. What's obvious?
You seem to be under a misconception here, but let me clarify things for you. Regardless of what you believe or how much you claim to love her, the truth remains unchanged. You and I are still legally married. What you have done is precisely what we call cheating. Your feelings for her don't justify your actions or make them acceptable. Cheating is cheating, plain and simple. So, let's not twist the truth or try to minimize the gravity of the situation.
What? Are you trying to lecture me? Well, if only you still had a tad bit of attractiveness in you, I wouldn't even have done what I did. Unfortunately, there's literally nothing good about you. You only have yourself to blame. I guess it's too bad. I don't even feel guilty at all for what I've done to you, haha.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about myself.
What?
Putting me aside for now, it's about something else.
What's with the hints? Just say it straight up. I don't have time for your mind games. So cut the nonsense and tell me what's on your mind.
Well, let me ask you, are you in Texas right now?
Yeah, I am. What about it?
And one more thing. What is Valentina's last name?
Last name? Why do I have to tell you that?
Because I just want to know. Just say it.
I think it was Featheringham. I guess it's a pretty rare last name. And what does that have to do with anything?
Just like I thought. You'll never believe this.
Huh?
You know I used to live in Texas, right? My family and I lived there when I was in middle and high school.
So, what does it have to do with anything? Texas is huge. Don't tell me you're going to try and say you know who Valentina is or something, haha.
Well, actually, that's exactly it. We're friends. We've kept in touch ever since I left Texas.
Absolutely impossible.
Recently, Valentina told me she just got a new boyfriend. I thought it was a coincidence that it was exactly when you started to stop contacting me. She's not the type that would cheat with a married man either. So it seems like you've been deceiving her, huh? I'm less angry for myself, but more for her.
Hahaha, you've lost your mind. This isn't funny. It's just a really pathetic way to try and get back at me.
You're free to believe whatever you want, that I'm telling the truth. I may not have ever brought her up to you, but she's a really good friend. So I'm gonna tell her everything, and she'll know what kind of a person you are after.
Why do I get the feeling you're actually telling the truth? There's no way this is possible. Even if it's not the same person, just keep this between us. If only you could keep quiet, then the fact about me cheating wouldn't even exist. Keep your mouth shut and everything will be fine.
But if I didn't say anything, you'd continue to lie to her. I wouldn't want that. I'm going to screenshot all of our conversations and send them to her so she'll understand.
Stop it. Okay, fine. Maybe she's the same person, but don't tell her anything. Don't tell her that I'm married to you. I don't want to run the risk of losing her. It'll be too much for me to bear.
Surely you must have considered the possibility of being exposed. You lied and said you weren't married. Am I right?
Just stop. Please, I beg you. I take everything back. I'm sorry for being mean to you.
Too late. Even if you apologized to me, that wouldn't change the fact that you lied to her and cheated on me. I just sent her this whole conversation. Let's see what she says.
What? Have you completely lost your mind? Fine, then unsend it before it's too late. Don't let her see our messages.
Well, if I kept quiet, then you'd never take responsibility for what you did and would still continue your relationship with her, right? Oh, I beg you didn't ask her how old she is, did you?
What? What do you mean?
Well, I bet you'd be very, very disappointed when I say this. But Valentina is older than me.
She is?
Yeah, she's 2 years older than me, in fact. She was a senior when I was a sophomore.
No way, that can't be true. She looks way younger. I mean, she doesn't even remotely look like she's 2 years older than you. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. It's unbelievable.
You mentioned that you won't marry anyone unless they're younger than you, didn't you? You even said things like you were looking down on older women, didn't you?
Well, not really looking down. I guess I didn't word it the best way. Did I honestly get tricked into dating another old woman? Just kill me.
You're one to talk about tricking people. Valentina didn't do anything wrong at all. It's not like I want to agree with what you said, but she really is someone who is a lot more beautiful and wonderful than I am.
Yeah, whatever. As soon as I found out she's older than you, I lost attraction right away. I can't believe I fell for an older woman once more. It's a blow to my ego and a stain on my pride. Well, you sent her the screenshots, didn't you? What did she say?
Are you sure you want to know?
Yes! Just tell me what the hell is going on.
Okay, well let me forward her messages to you. Wow, I can't believe I fell for a scumbag like that. I always knew something was off with him. But wait, so you're saying he's your husband? Are you serious? Although, I didn't pick up on how it was the same last name as yours after you got married, but since it was a common last name, I really didn't think much about it. But then again, I should have put two and two together. I take responsibility for not realizing sooner. Maybe I didn't realize because he seemed way older than he looked. He kind of had the personality of a grandpa.
What? She's saying that I'm old? What a pathetic joke. She's actually older than me, for crying out loud. Maybe I should confront her face to face and set the record straight. How dare she have the audacity to play these mind games with me?
So, I guess you both misunderstood each other's ages then. Oh, she also sent me this.
What is it this time?
Well, putting me aside, since he's also saying so much about you, you should really get as much consolation money back as possible. By doing that, I will also feel a lot better. I will send you photos as evidence. That's all she said. So yeah, I will divorce just as you said. But just letting you know, I'm gonna sue the pants off you for what you've done.
Wow, earlier you were acting all selfless, saying you didn't care about yourself as much. But now it's clear you're all about the money, huh? Talk about greediness. It's starting to feel like actually cheating on you was the right decision. You never deserved my loyalty in the first place.
All I said was, putting me aside for now. You treated me like garbage all these years and now it's come to this? If not for anything else, you need to own up to the way you've treated me.
I don't get what you're saying at all. You've never been like this. What's gotten into you? Why of all times would you grow a backbone and stand up to me?
You know, it'd be one thing if you mistreated me again like you've done 100 times already, but you lied to someone that I cared about. That's what set me over the edge. Obviously, I'm pissed. You need to take a good, hard look in the mirror. Of course. That's after you empty out your wallet for me.
What? Come on, don't do this. Scarlet, I know you still have some feelings for me, right? Please don't act so cold. I swear, I lost all my interest in Valentina. She's not worthy of my time. Now I've realized that you're the one and only woman I can trust. You're my wife.
There's no point in begging now, Logan. I'm utterly disgusted by you, and I want you out of my life ASAP. I hope this serves as a lesson, and you'll think twice before messing with us older women again. After that incident, I decided to take action and visited a lawyer, armed with the signed divorce papers and the evidence of Logan's infidelity that Valentina had provided me. We went through the necessary legal procedures, but when I tried to reach out to Logan for negotiation, he refused to answer my calls. Initially, I assumed he was avoiding the issue to escape financial responsibilities, but it turned out he was embroiled in a more serious predicament. As it turns out, Logan had been involved in an attempted theft at his workplace and was caught red-handed. Perhaps the looming threat of legal action and the need for funds pushed him to make such ill-advised choices. It's disheartening to realize that his poor judgment extended beyond his infidelity. Nevertheless, his current troubles are inconsequential to me, as I have already submitted the divorce papers. The situation serves as a stark reminder of the importance of standing up for oneself and pursuing legal resources when necessary. Although the discovery of Logan's misconduct was painful, it empowered me to take charge of my own life and seek justice. Now, as I move forward with the divorce proceedings, I can focus on rebuilding my life and leaving behind the toxic relationship that held me back.